Hello, beautiful people. We are on 40 days of gratitude. This is day 4, and what an incredible journey it has already been. Ooh, I am loving it, and I'm so grateful you are on this journey with me. Thank you so much for each and every message on the group. I read all of them. I see all of them. I am not responding to each and every message because I don't want to disrupt everyone's day. I know that we are 250, I think, people on this group, and there are people working and there are people trying to juggle their lives, and so I don't want their phone buzzing all the time. But of course, you're more than welcome to put the group on mute and go and listen to the podcast. I try to pin the podcast to the top of the chat every single day. So when you open the chat, you should be able to see the podcast there, no matter how much we're chatting on the group. And I just wanted you to know, I'm not missing your messages. I'm reading each and every one of them. Thank you so much. All right, let us dive into today. So we've been talking about gratitude and touching on quite a few things. And this is something that is so freeing, so amazing, so wonderful for us to chew on and use as we shape our lives, our mindsets, and even our past. Okay, let's dive into it. A lot of people look back at their past and they look at the terrible things that have happened, the challenges, the difficulties, or even the victories. You know, some people get stuck at the old victories, like, oh, the glory days, oh, the good old days. You know, when I was in high school, when I was in my 20s, you know. Some people get stuck there. You still have a whole lot of life to live. It doesn't matter what age you are. You still have a whole lot of life to live, right? Don't you dare when I was. How about you be now? How about you do something fantastic now? How about you decide now you want to do something? I met someone, I think it was about 2 years ago, and she said to me, you know what? I wanted to do something special for my 60th, so I went back and I went to go complete my master's. Girlfriend went back, I think she was 58 or something at the time, and she went back and she went to complete her master's so that for her 60th birthday she gave herself a master's. Yes, that's what I love. Oh, I love it. I love the person who starts a business, who starts the side hustle, who goes to the dance class. You know, I always wanted to dance, but when I was younger, I couldn't afford it, and I was busy with the kids, and I had this and I had that. Now, I took myself for that dance class, right? You can live and enjoy your life. Okay, next point. Now, some people get stuck in the negativity of the past, and they allow things that have happened in the past to define them. Many moons ago, I had a business that my husband and I started. We put everything into it. The business failed. I touched on it the other day. And that story, I have told many times. But the reason I can tell that story without having tears in my eyes, without feeling the shame and embarrassment of that moment, is because I've rewritten that story. That story was sad. That story lost money. That story had so much shame attached to it. That story made me feel embarrassed. It made me feel stupid. How can you share this? People don't share this sad news, dirty laundry of it all, right? How can you share that? I can share it because I rewrote it. That business failure story has become the very thing that has propelled me into the business I have today. When that business failed, I started doing what I know to do, which is fill myself with motivation, with self-help, with personal development content. I ate it up for breakfast, lunch, and supper. I did it like it was my job to do it. And before long, that was the very thing that was just coming out of me. It was flowing out of me. If you bumped into me that is what came out naturally. And so for quite a while, I'd been speaking and doing events and interviewing people and dabbling in media, and I'd been doing all these things, but it had always been kind of like, just the thing on the side. I would just go speak. I would have other job, and I would just go speak at your church or at this event or at this whatever previously. And when I had 50 Loop was my job, was my business. And I would just speak and I would just interview and I would just do these other things on the side. But after I had gone through that business failure and I'd consumed all that motivation, this became a job. This became it. I became a motivational speaker. I became the person who puts workshops together. It's not an afterthought. It's not after work I'll take 30 minutes to quickly put an event together for you. To put a talk together. I pour myself into that. I read the books. I study. I do the different things to be able to offer you something that elevates your life. It became my job. It became what I do every day, all the time. And that came from that failed business. So this phenomenal career, this wonderful journey that I am on to elevate, to inspire, to uplift, to encourage, was birthed out of a failure. And so I speak about that failure as often as I want, unhindered, because it was the birth of something great. I rewrote my story. And so even though it was sad, I'm grateful. Even though it was sad, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the lessons that I learned, the contacts that I made. My goodness, I met amazing musicians and artists and influential women, and oh my goodness, I met the most amazing people while in that business. And those are people that I have been able to connect with in my career many times after that. Some of them have even booked me to come and speak at some of their events. How amazing. How amazing. And so I'm sure you have a story that needs some rewriting. A disappointment. It didn't go as planned. I dropped the ball. Whatever that moment is. Whatever that thing is. That every single time when you want to step out, when you want to try, when you want to be grateful, when you want to, that thing pops up. And you wonder, but why did that happen? If that didn't happen, where would I be today? That thought, that line of thinking, that's dangerous. The reason it is dangerous is because you cannot change it now. You cannot change it now. So thinking about it for hours, for days, for weeks, for years is stealing your energy to change your present, to grow in the present, and to improve your life presently. The present is all you have. The past cannot change. And so if you can change the story you tell yourself about the past, then you allow yourself to gain power, credibility, lessons, and even a perspective that can empower you to show up differently in your present. If you show up differently today, my goodness, what could tomorrow look like? If you decide to enjoy today, instead of having another day just feeling meh, if you decide to enjoy today, and you do it again tomorrow, and you do it again tomorrow, somewhere you're going to wake up and say, my goodness, I actually have a really good life. I have a really great life. I enjoy my life every day. Yes, there are challenges. Yes, there are things that happen. But my goodness, I'm grateful for the life I have. I enjoy as many moments in my life as I can. And furthermore, I just keep it pushing. I do my best. I give my best. I live my best. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. What a life you can have. Today, I want to leave you with that. Look at those stories in your past that you need to rewrite. So sometimes people think, why do I need a coach? Why do I need to go to a psychologist? Why do I need to? Obviously, a psychologist is so amazing. And if there are some deep things you need to work through, by all means go. But when it comes to your success and your progress and your growth, and you want to just set some things straight so that you can propel forward, go to a coach. Go do the course. Go do something that helps you activate your mindset for prosperity, for growth, for blessing. There are amazing things that you can do in this life. But if your mind keeps telling you you cannot, then you will not. You'll talk yourself out of every single opportunity. And so in this journey of gratitude, we are sneaky, taking the limits off. Sneakily, taking those shackles off so that you are able to live a bigger, bolder, more beautiful, more peaceful, more joyful life. It's available to you. You choose it. You choose it. And when you choose it, enjoy it. That's it from me today. Till tomorrow.